Good afternoon, lovely people. Welcome back once again to Logics and Mathematics, where we make things easy for you. Today we are going to look at inequality problem, and here we have an equation, an algebraic inequality, and they are asking us to solve for y in the given inequality. If y is equals to, if y in bracket y minus 3 is less than or equals to 4. Just like quadratic functions, we don't solve unless we've written it in standard form. It must be equated to 0 before we can do anything. So that is the first thing we do. We simplify the expression and make sure that it is equated to 0. So we are opening up the brackets. We have y squared minus 3y. If we distribute accordingly, y times y is y squared, y times minus 3 is minus 3y. We bring over the 4, crossing the sign, it becomes negative 4. Remember that the idea is to equate it to 0 before we can solve. Now that it's in standard form, we can go on and factorize. Now the factors, remember, two numbers that we can add to give us this, multiply to give us this. So I have y minus 4. So if I have minus 4 plus 1, it gives me minus 3. Minus 4 times 1, it gives me minus 4. So these are my factors. Now equate individual bracket to 0. Equating individual bracket to 0, I have y minus 4 is less than or equals to 0, and I have y plus 1 is less than or equals to 0. So y will be less than or equals to negative 4. And y will be less than or equals to negative 1, there is positive 4. Now, when we have this is the difference between equations and inequalities. Here is talking about range of values for which this equation will be valid. Unlike equations that when you are done, you just stop at the answer. So we have to do our critical check whenever we have logical operators in our expression or solid equations. Now, let's plug in. They say that y is less than 4. If y is less than 4, all we need to do is to pick a value that is less than 4 and plug it into the original equation to check for critical value. If it doesn't satisfy this, then we have to change the sign of the logical operator. So if I pick 3 less than 4, I will have here for my check, I will have 3 into 3 minus 3. 3 minus 3 is 0, 3 times 3 times 0 is 0. Is it less than 4? Valid. 0 is less than 4. Now we go again and we choose. So it means that this is valid. We choose y is less than or equals to negative 1. We choose any value that is less than negative 1. Let's choose negative 2. So I have negative 2 into negative 2, negative 3. Negative 2, negative 3 is negative 5 times negative 2. Negative 5 times negative 2 is 10. Is 10 less than 4? The answer is no. So it means that this second value, based on our critical check, is not valid. And that is the value we must change. So instead of being less than or equals to, we flip around the logical operator. So our two answers or two solutions to this expression will be y is less than or equals to positive 4 and y is greater than or equals to negative 1. Please, the heart and the key things here is to check for your critical values. There are other ways of doing it, but this is the easiest approach to it, and you will still get the final answer. Thank you.